you open. You like love sour, then you should come try my poison. She said, I grew up in the Garden of Eden, and ever since then, my lying eyes are deceiving.
Okay, good morning. Hey, Dirty, what's up? Oh, boy. Gotta turn this thing down. You need to be down, buddy. All right. So, I had plans. Yeah, I had plans. This has been giving me trouble. It's got a couple of issues. So, this is currently out of order while I figure out what the issues are going to be. But I did make it look pretty. So, it's a decent design. I got to figure out the whole situation with the doors and everything else. But in the meantime, it's going to be a sculpture that is hanging out here for a little bit. The wheels do work, as I'm going to show you in a second. What I want to focus on today is something a little different. A little palette cleanser. Hey, good red boy. What's up? So this is essentially that design in rocket form. However, what I want to show you... No, thank you. Ha! I defeated it. Fast thinking. What I want to show you is this. See the way this is structured right now is the two wheels, they go on top and they straddle the rail, which works. However, when you put anything under here, it creates a pincher effect. But this pincher effect is only good for flat elevations. Right now there's way too many thrusters on here, so it's because I was trying to make it do things it shouldn't be. So yeah, I should do it. This seat is lifting up way more than it should be. This is better. This is more normal. Now, on a flat, it works. This is fine. It can carry on. And it can go where it needs to go. No. Thank you. Oh, come on. Anyway, I had to loosen up the wheels. So I'm going to have to do a rebuild on this. For my illustrative purposes, now it's all done. So there's a couple of things. The big problem was that whenever it goes to a different elevation, anything that is not flat, what happens is that it pinches and it gets tighter. And then as you come down further, so we have 0 degrees here, then it's about maybe 2 degrees, then 5 degrees here, and then we go to a full 15. It cannot get past this point to go from the 2 degrees to the 5. Because it's pinching so much. When it gets over here, it's impossible. It cannot go on a slanted elevation. It has to be built on that slanted elevation to do any kind of work whatsoever. So it's currently impossible for this kind of configuration to make that travel. And the only way that we can get this kind of rail to work going downhill is if everything is on top, which means that this would need to be wider, more of a traditional rail. So I would have to duplicate this entire thing. So let's say take it over by 8, for instance. and have the rail on the things on the outside and carry this through on the inside here. This is the only way this is going to work. So it's going to require quite a bit of revisions and rebuilding, which is actually kind of interesting on its own right now, and I'm almost tempted to do it. But I do want to show you one of my new discoveries, and we're gonna head over to the island for that. So, I mean, it is possible, and I could, explain my entire thesis this way, but now I have myself intrigued. This kind of thing is very interesting. So yeah, there's a fair amount of work that needs to be done here, but it is possible. The elements for this lie just in the construction and how to carry this thing forward. So that is going to be one of the projects, and it's just a complete rebuild, and it's going to be different than what you actually expect because we have limitations. Hopefully the weight of the car underneath pulling down will be enough to keep it on track, and we will have not that many derailments. So the thing I want to show you is in a different island. So let's go travel. Hey, good morning, Kaboom. What's happening? Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. Hope everybody's managed to get around to getting their Simpsons houses. I've already seen a couple of builds utilizing the Simpsons house. There was one from Arison over on their channel, so you should really check that out. Okay, build some Lego store. Good morning, Ann Kitty. Good to see you as well. Ann Kitty will be our moderator, keeping things moving. Although we've not really had to use the ban hammer on anyone recently, which is almost disappointing. But it just means that you got people are coming and hanging out and just being awesome. Oh, brilliant, Kathy. Thankfully it didn't take long. It's just the in-between missions that really make it painful. Okay, so this island, this construction is over on one of these islands. Everybody has these islands now. They're off the coast of most of the mainland. You can just do a search and look for these two islands clustered together. They're completely new, even on day one maps. If you had generated a map on day one and you were still using it, do a search and you'll see these two islands pop up. They could be anywhere, south, east, west, whatever. Yesterday's big stream, I actually missed the end of it, so I didn't even know what they were announcing. But congratulations to all the winners, all the people featured. Was Haskins featured again? I know the Modernist was featured for the Simpsons. The Engineer was also featured, and there was someone else. Yeah, a lot of people are loving the mode. Anyway, these islands are over here, and if you haven't cleared, if you discover them and cleared them, you haven't seen some of these. But these are the first time. This is the first time I've seen a construction like this. Usually, it's a single house that has a garage in the back. But this is the first time I'm seeing construction like this, where you have three of them clustered together in a townhouse build. So this was a really a Legion. Yes, it was Legion. Thank you. So congratulations to them for being featured. Although since the Simpsons project was a group project, I probably won't be getting a little Lego figurine. They'll just send it to the modernists. Huge congrats. Anyway, this is the original build. And yeah, well, they have to send something to Mr. Black too. Hopefully, it's they recognize the collaboration there, and Mr. Black gets something. But it's great to see him finally featured on a Lego stream, because his building is absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, I'm not diminishing that or anything. I'm sorry, getting back to point, because I do have until 10 o'clock. This is my reconstruction of these guys. Of course, adding on using the Simpsons pieces. So I was trying to figure out what the construction could have been, and one of the things I quickly realized was that these tend to be a little bit shorter. I mean, it's not even two full walls. This is what, 2/16? Yeah, 2/16. Boom. There you go. With two exterior walls. So the measurements are quite interesting. So many amazing builders out there now. Sadly, they can't include everyone. Yep. That is true. If you guys want to, my whole thing about this was that these are available, so you can either try to do like a repair and have yourself a brand new build, but they do have some flaws in how they've constructed these. They're like super tiny, so there's like hardly room for anything. If you take this house at face value, this wall here, Pleasant Park. Pleasant Park. This wall here, okay, that's not going to let me do that. Alright, so this wall here should take up this entire thing. So this is your entrance. This is your window. And this is which one? The brick one. Brick window. And this is something that you'll find with most of these constructions. They're just super tiny. There's no space for anything. All this is room for stairs. And then over here, you have this. And like, where's the kitchen? Where's the dining room? So to make it work, make any sense whatsoever, you actually need to take it back at least one more 16. And then this will actually make a little bit more sense, and you can redesign this so that, you know, there's actual space. Because upstairs, there's hardly any room for anything. You have one room, one bedroom, and if you extend the roof, the ceiling, you can then get a little bit more space to work with. So just go in with your expectations kind of, I wouldn't say lowered. It's gonna be tight there, super tight. but pretty much what you have come to expect from the game. Because I mean, seriously, look at that. And this is next door. Oh, look at that. They have these pieces going all the way over. So, there you go. That's one house. And there is no space here. This is not, I don't think this is even supposed to be a room. So, yeah, while it's a new build, it's extremely limited. Thank you for those links, Ann Kitty. Did you link them? Link them all? It would be nice to see some of the Brick Life builds added into the game. That's for sure. So, and anyway, this has been my tiny gripe about these builds. So you have a new template, but the template doesn't make sense, which is why I had to go and extend it. So extend the stairs. It's not just stairs anymore. Stairs make sense because they go all the way back. You have space for living room here, then the dining room and kitchen area. But I've had to extend this further back than what you have there. It's a full 16 and then another 8 just to get a little bit of extra room. And it extends upstairs as well. Now this is built using the Simpson set, but it helps the upstairs to make a lot more sense too, because now you actually have space for bedrooms, bathroom, another bedroom, and then of course the master. And this is more like what a townhouse is actually constructed. Let me see, projector, output projector. So with that in mind, it's really easy to start from here. Once you have it down, the main structure, at least the facade, you get that down, and then you can go in and get your floors and begin. So let's continue with the Pleasant Park. We got our 16s. And just carry those through. We're going to have a little bit of space issues in a second. Oh, that goes all the way under. That's not good. This is why having a foundation is very, very useful. Super useful. But everything is based off that first piece. There you go. Then you get this guy down. Of course, you're gonna have to find your main floors. It's a good idea to get your walls all set. Now, is this? Oh yeah, it's right on top of it. So you're gonna have to be using like a lot of interior walls at this point. So Pleasant Park interior walls. There you go. Into the dining room. Sorry, living room. Because you have to differentiate. And you can either use an open concept, which is something I learned from all those shows that my wife watches. Get your open concept. Or where is it? Where is it? Can this fit in there? Yes. You can, do whatever you want here. You don't have to use an arch. But the idea is that you're setting yourself up for the backhand to carry through. And the ability to have this back wall be usable. It's a tiny space, but it's a workable space. Now, the stairs do have to account for flooring. So that's one of the things that you have to really be careful of here. Because the stairs will go too far forward. If you can either use their setup, which really is a kind of a waste of space. But if you want to use their setup, then you can do something like this. Use this one. This is going to change the entire structure of what you're doing here. So you're going to be using up a lot more space. Word to the wise. Let's find that. There we go. 16. Boom. Yeah, you need to rebuild them. It's funny how many of the things we actually have around the place, but we just didn't recognize them for what they are. And it's completely new builds. So they've snuck in a couple things here and there, and this is one of the good ones. Of course, one of the best places to start, even looking at it, is at the end of it. Okay, I need to actually do something about those walls downstairs. Do the rebuild first, and then do a fresh build after. You'll thank yourself. 16. So it'll give you a lot more to work with. You see, now over here we have these walls that are misplaced. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more work to get those back into place. 12, 8, 4s, 4, 4, 4. Boom diata. 1, 2. And is there a space back there? Yep, there's a space back there. Oh, the spacing of that is different. Okay, so we actually need to bring these walls over. I don't know if that's going to stand up to it, though. This is now out of alignment. And this. Oh, that's a big one. All right, let's try something else here. Smaller arch. Huh. Of course, now it's night. Oh, Kathy. I always used to make these my villages at the start because it saved me having to do a lot because the imagination left. Yeah, that's one of the good ways to do it as well. Village gets more value. I, Imagine having all of those villages, abandoned villages across the builds, actually be usable. Like restore all of them. I was considering doing a kind of a restoration project where I try to restore like a bunch of those old builds. But then, I keep getting distracted every now and then, so it just is something that just does not happen. But it's probably, a project that you can probably take on at some point. Let's get an interior white wall here. Interior. We need interior. White wall. There we go. Nice corner. Perfect. And then get you to be also another corner. Oop, too far over. 1, 2, 1, 2. And 1, 2. Then we need to cheat a little bit to get this in here. So I can actually just do it. I can flip the next piece so it's nice and smooth. So why did I do that? Remember, you're not constrained to what they want you to do. You can add your own adjustments and build your own things. Oh, thank you. So there we go. We have your own archway, your own size and everything. You kind of, now that is a bit wide, so you could make that a little smaller. A 6, space of 6 would not be too far of a reach. Get that in there. Then just delete that. Get that here. You know what? Here, what am I doing? I already saved the first part. Tier wall. Okay, here we go. I know, slightly different build this morning, but you know what? I think it's absolutely worth it. So let's get this down and then get the pole, because we need a pole there. Perfect. See, slightly smaller arch, but this one is completely under your control, as opposed to these guys with those little nubs. Those nubs annoy the heck out of me. All right, so here's your back wall. This is possibly going to be your kitchen, your pantry, whatever you want it to be. Get a corner it down. So there. Now you can add. We're going to add some windows to the back there. But the whole idea is just to get a flow through here. Now I was talking about the open concept. An open concept can go a long way here. See, now you have this flow here, and what can we do with the open concept? Just have everything flow. Have a bar area, perhaps. End of construction. Telerifico. What's telerifico? I don't know that word. Olodejo por la paz. Por la paz. All right. So anyway, I'm sorry. My brain is not going to translating. Anyway, you can walk in to this area, into this house now, and it feels like a house. It's not just like, hello, here's stairs and go upstairs. Of course, with this, you should probably use stairs that are enclosed so you can make use of the underside. This is one of those like lost areas. I actually thought you'd taken her with you. Pleasant Park. So I might want to replace these stairs completely. Now that you have this kind of setup over here, you have to really think about pretty much everything else inside the house, how this is going to lay out, because you need to have a landing now. And either this wall is going to be used up, this is my puppy. I'm going to have to stop everything and take her out. All right, let's get the floors in. And then there's that back wall. So now you have choices to make about the actual construction of everything here. Because we're higher, no, actually, yeah, because we're higher, we have to use an interior wall. We have to set these down before we can place our interior walls. And these interior walls divide the two houses. I haven't quite figured out how we're going to do the roof, you know, like the ceiling pieces. But if we actually put a ceiling down here, we're never going to see any of the open spaces here. So that's something to consider. With the back over here, we need windows. So let's get back wall. Get a window over here. Do we have any small windows? Oh, that's not going to work. No small windows, just small doors. All right. let's get that going right there. Get a door. Wow. These doors are really, really small. Big, I mean. Now, you have your landing. And you're going to set your interior. You want 8 at least. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, look, there it is. And you should probably just go along with the how everything is already set up to make things a little bit easier. So that's one room. This is 2 rooms. Most of everything you put here is going to be temporary. And now you actually have to deal with a corridor coming over here. So you have to decide, is this going to be your, like your bathroom back here? It's shared with everybody, or, and that has slightly different rules. So you kind of have to have an idea of your space set up, how it's going to work. With The Simpsons, we now have these new interior doors. So you can actually do a setup here. But then line up. Is that lined up? That's lined up. And see the problem here? Using these walls with the nubs. So, room. And if you want, you can actually probably just stick a little closet in here. Use that for storage, whatever. And then over here is your bathroom. Tiny bathroom, but you know what? It could work. If you, you know, one of the other things you could do is extend this properly so that you could make use of this and bring this down a little further. Okay, the nubs are definitely a problem. Okay, so make this a door. Dang it. Alright, fine. There. That'll be the door. And then we have wall. Wall and wall. I know, I used more pieces than I should have. But then you have a bigger bathroom as well, with no weird pieces sticking out. Ah! Let's try that again. No weird pieces. How many times can I place this in the wrong place? All the times. That's how many. Son of a, as soon as it comes over there. Alright, looks like we're making a custom. No, okay, now I know why. We're gonna have to jump over to the Simpsons. Interior. Doors. Interior doors. Oh, these are tiny. I hear you, puppy. That's not interior. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. What the heck happened? This is a recent bug, by the way. I'm going to have to report this one, but when you destroy stuff, it just has this whole buildup of wreckage that disappears.
I'm not dressed to take her out.
Okay, I'll take her out. So, my dog is begging to go, and I'm going to go take her out. So I'm going to pause everything, and I will be back in shortly. But right now, what do we got? I can't even fit a window there? Man, so annoying. Why can't I fit a window? Because of the nubs. I guess the bedroom gets no window. Okay, that puppy is going crazy. So I'll be back in about 6 minutes or so. All right. Hang out. I'm gonna. I'll be right back. and then back. Oh, we're going to take a look at Haskins Church when we get through this. I think you guys have a pretty good idea of what you can do with this. This kind of landing up here is one that you can really expect to use. It's either going to be this type of landing, or you have a landing that takes up more of the space. And it's really the only two options that you have. I don't think there's an actual third. Okay, maybe there's a third where you take the stairs up to the side. But it's all about space. So I don't know how that's going to go. Let's take a look at that quickly and see how we can really utilize that. If we can utilize it. It does take up a bit more space. And you would lose a huge chunk of that downstairs kitchen area. Plus, you would really have to bring so much more of the house to the back. So it's kind of a strange thing to do. You usually wouldn't find stairs in houses this far back. But if you wanted to do something like this, where it's going to the side, so this is back and forth, this is straight up, and this is side. You would introduce like a lot more space. So maybe not exactly the solution that you're looking for. This is definitely not a great solution. So yeah, not recommended, because you now have to deal with a square area here, possibly open, or you can just go around here, and then you lose two sets of space because this is so low that you are practically hitting your head on it. Not the most elegant solution. So, you know, this is your third type of landing. Not, like I said, not great, not good for space usage. You'd be taking up a lot less space over here. I mean, a lot more space over here for the kitchen. You may have to actually relocate where a lot of things go. Now, some townhouses actually have the kitchens in here. I know I could actually do a construction of townhouse where my wife grew up, and that's it's one I know from heart, but that had a different setup. It wasn't like right off the street. It was more the front area was to the street, and the entrance area was a set of it was a pathway. So you have to come up the pathway and go through the townhouses, and then that's how you actually enter. So the kitchen is to the back, and that allows for different placement of stairs. But all right, let's head back over for 1 second. This is now 9:25. Go and find these houses over in your main area. But when you start doing construction, if you're doing a Simpsons construction, remember that you are going to have a problem with the spacing, and you will actually need a wider front. This front is going to be a full 16, mainly because of the roof area. So if you're using any of the Simpsons pieces, this is like, oh, actually this one would actually work right here, but it doesn't work. It doesn't fit alongside any of the other pieces that you're working with. So There is no regular spacing. The angle is different. So and the other pieces really stick out. See how much wider that is, right? Even the valleys. Does it have valleys? So you have to really think of this construction way ahead of time and plan it out. You can't have these dips like this has right here. Everything would have to be flat. So no valleys. There are no valleys, no hips. Keep that in mind. And check your measurements. So you have to play with this set a little bit in order to get the full scope of how it's going to fit, how it's going to sit on most things. So with this construction, you have to do it one. Everything has to be the same style. You can play with different style of doors and windows, different placements, but the roof is going to determine how everything fits together. So there are no valleys or hips in this one. So just remember that. Oh, hey, little light, what's up? All right, let's head back over to the Christmas village world. Christmas world now. I actually want to build a couple of these townhouses over there. And I was doing a test of it. Yes, I was doing a test of it, trying to see what's the best placement for it. And so I decided, hey, let me go check out this new island. And came across these townhouses that had already been there. So it's like, oh my god, the game actually has these things already built in. Excuse me. The new mobility was making ladders work, so steeper stairs may be climbable, but custom building each would be time consuming. Custom building would be perfect for most things. All right, 928. You're doing all right. The phone's at 60%. Hello, Lego Modernist. You came in at an odd time. I was there showing the townhouse built that I had discovered on one of the Lego islands. So let's go take a look at Haskins Church first, before we do anything else. He's done a lot of work on this one. I mean, look at this thing. Last night he actually went and took out this front window to see if he could put sculpture in, but he had to go put it back because this worked so well. So cathedral-like. And I gotta say, I have love how he's used these doors. These are, yep. They actually look like you can lock them. Easy push in. And there we go. So he's made some improvements in here. Added a couple things, you know. The town square is perfect there. We have a performing priest. Yep, read from the scripture. And then, of course, you have your organist up here. Don't ask how the organist gets up here. Just, you know. But he's built the pipe organs. He's done a bit of a Mr. Black. Oh, actually, Mr. Black added on a few things, didn't he? Here we go. The server is going to restart in 1 minute. Okay, you know what? I'm going to let it kick us out. Now with the town center right there, it encourages the villagers to come and hang out. You know, they like to come and sit. So there's always a congregation. You're going to have to upgrade it all the way to the top to get more people to come, though. It's pretty awesome. Now, absolutely incredible build. But now to make the build even more special, we're going to build a Starbucks right here. I'm kidding. I have started to populate the area, though, with a couple of prefabs that will be, you know, adapted. So there's your first one. I got a road-ish. It's got the lights. So cleared a lot of trees. Another prefab over here. Gonna update that. And one of the things I wanted to do was get townhouses, a set of townhouses at a decent distance. So this is 90 meters away. I need a good spot right across. 100 meters away is good. Do we have a flat area? Flat area is up here. We're really trying to utilize the flat areas as much as possible. Okay, here we go. Another flat area. How far away? 121 meters. 121 is good. We can have a decent little area here. Perfect. Let's bring the boom. Oh, congratulations, LEGO Modernist. The Modernist. For being featured on the LEGO stream yesterday. That Simpsons, and you know, say hi to Smook and Do Mr. Black as well. That build, the whole video come together was absolutely brilliant. So glad you guys are getting some recognition. This is so important. All right, I think up here is where we're gonna do the build. So what I want to do is set out this path before we actually do construction on this build. So I think we should do Salty because Salty has some good path. Or well, what I look at as paths. So we got like down the middle, right there. There we go. I think that should, it's just sunken in just a little bit, should be good to start. And because it's going to be two sets of houses on both sides, I'm going to make this a little bit wider. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I made a mistake. Sometimes you have to set the path so you know exactly where you're going. Kind of important. I just want to get like a little community, or rather community feel, to start things off. And with the path, you can continue the path and have everything else go, but these are great flagstones. Have nice little imperfections there. And you can take these and turn them. So if you turn them every now and then, it gives a bit of variety. Now, there. This is where we begin. So, we got the front. So this is usually about 2 steps back, but we have limited space here because of the mountain. So we're only going to go 1 step back before we actually start the house. This may go in too much into the mountain there for that one. Let me see. And then we got 1, 2. There you go. And then if we continue this, we should have enough space. I know it's a very slim construction, but it can work. Two. So this is going to be how everything is going to be laid out. Oh yeah, Mr. Black has been definitely uploading all of his builds, so it's great that you can go and finally see his builds there. He used to stream on Twitch, but now he's doing a lot more uploading over on YouTube. So for sure, go check him out. All right, we're gonna so let's do a whole bunch of Simpsons builds, shall we? I mean, we have the new set, so might as well. Let's just dive into it wholeheartedly. I think we're going to start with the windows. So, window. Then we're going to pop the door in here. Where are the doors? Hello, doors. That door is not 16 wide. How wide is that door? That door is 8 wide. No, hold on. Yep, that's 8 wide. So I need 4. So I think we can actually do a little something here with this. Fool around with this placement. Let's get rid of Salty for now. Thank you, Salty. You were very useful. All right, now the interior. Oh my God, the walls are going to be a little problematic, I think. We can actually do 1, 2, 1, 2. Bring that door in out a little bit. All right, so this is the center point. Oh, no, come back here. This is the center point right here. Which means that we can do another, either make it mirror. This happens sometimes. You can make it mirror this one. I might regret this, especially since my my warnings are not being heeded by me. That there are no hips, but we can plan around that a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to have the centerpiece. There we go. So 1, 2. 1, 2. Door. One, 2. And exterior wall. Okay, so this is the layout for the fronts of these. Now we got to figure out the deep, how we're going to push this in. Building off stream is definitely a lot more relaxing. Mr. Joker gives you ideas for builds, huh? Chill stream with no camera. I wish I could do a chill stream with no camera. No camera, no worries. I mean, I know I don't have a camera on right now, but that's besides the point. All right. 1, 2, 3. See, this is where we are going to run into a problem, usually. But these houses are actually going to be empty, at least most of them. So I'm not too worried about this. This is more of a showcase to showcase the winter decorations. So I'm not too worried about the interiors. Although knowing me, I might just go ahead and get it decorated anyway. Just because. At least one. Because I like to have a working... I like to have things working. What can I say? Oh, that was good, actually. Hold on. There was a slanted wall. Was that it just now? Yes. This is something you can actually put into the back of some of these houses because of where these pieces go. So there is... Oh, why are you so high, my friend? There's a separating wall. God only knows what I dream about you. So separate wall. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Same on both sides. No, I took you out already. Do not give me that look. We very specifically went out. What? What are you so antsy for? You're upsetting the dog. It's 9:47. We have just over 10 minutes left to go. My dog is getting antsy again. I don't know why. I mean, I just took her out. But there it is. Should I? Nope, I can't. All right, let me see if I can do this instead. Bring this over. Get this in. There we go. Gotta figure out the back door. How that's gonna work out. That's gonna be fun. Oh, come on. Thank you. See, cute little houses. Now, oh crud. I may have made a critical error here. Not knowing these things. Okay, there we go. That's much better. The windows. Why? What? Seriously, what? I took you out. What? I stopped the stream. I took you out. What do you want? Where's your ball? Huh? Go lay down. Go lay down. Your dog wants you. Not buying it, huh? Okay. Oh, I may have made a measurement problem. Mistake. Yep, I made a measurement mistake. I forgot one piece of a wall. So this is... No, actually, that's wrong. It's not a mistake. It could be a mistake, but it is part of this, so that doesn't count as a mistake. I don't think these actually have 6 by. Do they have it? Simpsons. No. 8 by 2 by 8s are the shortest ones they have. Interesting. No 2 by 6s. So I guess it is what it is. All right then. So we have a few of these guys going on. I'm actually wondering what I can do to replace some of these. But you know what? I want to get the main structure down first before I start to do any major replacements. So I want to get an idea of where the stairs are going to be for at least one unit. And how the front is going to play out. Because I mean, there's a couple of things that we could do with stuff like this, where we could actually extend this out, for instance, and have it overhanging. Like, instead of that there, just do something like this, and have this overhanging. So that is kind of shielded. And then you have the floor just forming a little thing over here. That's one of the things we could do. And it creates a slightly different look. That could be interesting. Of course, it doesn't have that additional side piece to protect it, so we'll have to do something like that. That could be interesting. You know what? I do kind of like that. I may even push the door back in underneath. All right, let's get the rest of this all lined up. I see a whole new era of construction coming with these Simpsons houses. A giant Pepto bottle, oh my god. Hey, July. Good to see you. Yes, the doggo says there is no limit to how many times she can go out. Oh my god. I think she's jealous of my dog in the game. Oh, still got to do the back wall. See? There's that extra. There's no extra over here. No extra here too. Oh, okay. I see why this has an extra. My measurements aren't that bad. They could be, but they aren't. Everything makes sense. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 3 sections here to deal with. That's more than enough space. My big question, though, is going to be the roof. How are we going to do the roof? All right, let's get the interior walls taken care of so that these make sense. Oh, yeah, these don't make sense. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Floors. Floors, 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 floors. What? Are you kidding me? It's gonna be a pain in the butt. So we have a problem with floors. In case you hadn't guessed it. And it's mainly because these don't come in sixes. There are like no sixes in the Simpsons build anywhere. I don't know if it's an oversight or if they're just teasing us, but there are no sixes. See, Doggo's over there snoring away now. That was fast. Fastest reset ever. She's literally snoring at me. Okay. So that does really change the interior quite a bit there. Okay. So. We come inside. Let's... Oh, damn. I usually don't want to do the roof so early. What do we have here? Ready for greens, structures, 2 different blues, the paradise. Other pink walls are kind of sunburn coated. Ready for greens also want wraps to color walls. Yep. Oh, hello, Wounded Paws. You can use exterior walls. Yeah. Oh, okay. Look at that. All right, let me see if we can put down some floors right quick. Pepto-Bismol walls. Gotta love them. Sorry, Pepto-Bismol. Yep. 1, 2, 3. What is your problem? Did I screw up somewhere? What is going on? Okay, this is weird. What is the problem? Is it a back wall? Okay, that's just weird. Maybe there's something sticking out that I hadn't noticed. So, walk in. Oh, hello. Okay, there we go. 4. So there's the okay. They have some good archways in this set. I do like these archways. These are nice and compact. Okay, something is a little bit off. Yep, the height is off. The placement is off. So I'm going to have to reset these floors completely. Because they're not... Okay, I think I see what the problem was. The initial problem. They weren't set to the build. So this is something that you can try to take into consideration when you're placing your floors. There we go. Now this is set to the build. The other one it was not. I don't know how I managed to mess that one up, but I did. I think I just slapped it down and called it a day. The back walls should be able to fit now. Okay. So now when I place this, it should be properly aligned. Perfect. Oh, you know, one of the things that I could do here is take advantage of this a little bit and have a little bit of a, like a shoe area there. Let's go interior walls. It's a blue. Okay. Gotta watch those colors, by the way. I'm actually thinking about making this the kitchen area here. So this is like following the structure of my wife's old childhood home. Let me see, pink. We didn't have pink, but this was a closet. So we can actually have a closet right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough space. And do we have enough space right here for stairs? Ooh, that is tight. It's very tight. We have to do without that. Real world meet Lego. Lego meet real world. Okay. I see how this goes. And then there's the other side of the kitchen right here. And where's that other arch? There it is. So there you go. That lines up nicely. Then this is, oh, we should have gone another one to make this work even better. So we may extend this a little further back. Or just keep this one, you know, a little smaller. Nice and comfy. Now, back wall. We need some back wall. They didn't give us any kind of big glass door. The doors are kind of limited. So that's kind of sad. All right, but let's see what we can do right here. We got that. And then we have a door that needs to go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pink on the inside. I think I'm going to make the units on the other side of this place a little bit longer, since they don't go into the mountain. They go away from it. But there you go. You have a nice space here. Kitchen, closet, dining room. Then you have your upstairs. And let's get some floors. Oh boy, it's 10:06. I'm late. All right, everyone. I have been, and I'm still am the Mad Puck 66. I gotta go.